grandkids their future because of the path that we have been put upon, a path towards insolvency and a nation that will be bankrupt if we continue down the road we're going, with fewer freedoms and with orchestrated chaos, which is around the corner if we keep going down this path. Now, many of us know that we cannot afford any more of this business as usual. You know, the DNC has, the liberal left, they have their convention about a week from now. And in that convention, you're going to hear those chants of 4 more years. Man, I'm thinking, oh, at the most, 4 more months. More like about 71 days. No business as usual. No more status quo, as Sarah Stillman in Missouri says the status quo has got to go. The status quo got us the problems that we're facing today. We need people with courage and with integrity who will step up and shake it up, and they'll lead with time-tested truth, with common sense conservative solutions. And that's why Kirk Adams got into politics. And that's why he became one of the youngest speakers of the House of Representatives here in Arizona. Look at his record. Just study his record and you will see that he hasn't just talked the talk in politics. He has walked that walk. He turned an inherited record deficit into, for you, here's what he did. He didn't just look over his shoulders, pointing backwards, whining about, oh, it's the other guy's fault. I inherited this problem, nothing I can do about it. No, he proactively cut wasteful government spending. He turned your deficit into a surplus for you. He reformed Arizona's tax policy and led the largest business tax cut in your state's history. And he wasn't afraid to tackle the porous border problem. And he led the charge against those anti-Arizona boycotts that had been proposed and threatened. In fact, personally speaking, it's one of the things that first put Kirk on my radar was seeing how hard he worked to make sure that those boycotts that were threatened didn't work. In fact, talk about walking the walk. Todd and I, we saw all those threatened boycotts, and we're like, wait a minute, Arizona's just doing what the federal government is supposed to do, what they want, so they're taking it upon themselves to help secure our union, physically and otherwise. Arizona's doing the right thing, so walking the walk. Todd and I said, let's do the kind of the opposite of a boycott. Let's invest in Arizona, and that's what we did. Will soon slam every state with every individual, every business. Obamacare is going to slam it. He has recognized the problem, so he's committed to doing something about it, not just maybe joining the fight someday. No, he's committed to proactively working, fighting against Obamacare to actually repeal it. Kirk's record proves that he's not going to go to D.C. just to go along, to get along. He's going to shake it up. He's going to fight for you. He's going to fight for America's future. He's going to fight for our kids. He knows that we need sudden and relentless reform to tackle those festering problems that have been there in our big, centralized, growing, burdensome government. Part of that, Obama promised fundamental transformation of America, transforming us into something that we're not going to recognize because it's going to be this debt-ridden, destroyed economy that we're going to face. He won't be one of those selfish politicians that dumps a $16 trillion debt on our kids and grandkids, expecting them to pay off the bills that we're incurring today. No, he's going to be part of the solution. Now, Kirk's opponent is a politician turned lobbyist, wanting to turn back politician. He actually lobbied for parts of Obamacare, and doggone it, that's the problem. That is the problem, and we need more people who will be part of the solution. No, we've got to retire that permanent political class in D.C. that caused the problems. They've had their chance. No more. We can't afford anymore. And this election, folks, it's not just about replacing the party that is in power. It is about who and what we will replace it with. The only solution to big government waste and corruption and infringement on our God-given Adams is sudden and relentless reform. Kirk Adams will fight for that. He'll fight for you. He'll fight for all of America. And he will fight for our kids' future. Granted, he is considered the underdog in this race because those Washington, D.C. special interest groups, you know, they come in and they swoop down into a state and they choose their chosen one, who's kind of like they are, and they outspend massively that underdog. But Kirk, wear that as a badge of honor, that underdog title. More power to you. He needs your help though, folks. He needs your vote. Before you get to hire him to go represent you and the rest of America, he needs your vote. So can he count on you tomorrow to get up and get going